and welcome to another booktube video from me, Martha May Books, and today I have for you my November TBR. First of all, I feel like November is a really weird month. Like, it's not fun and spooky like October, and it's not Christmassy like December. So I didn't really I basically carried on the spooky theme from October because I enjoyed that so much this month. The first book that I want to read in November, I can't believe it's November already, is my Mr. B's book. So I've said it a million times, I have a reading subscription from Mr. B's where they send you a mystery book every month. I've got it set up that they'll tell me the author, but I don't even know the author this month. I will be reading a Mr. B's book. So there we are. The next book I want to read in November, if I've not read it in October, is The New Wilderness by Diane Cook, which was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. I believe this is about set in the future, and a woman has a daughter who has illness in her lungs because of all of the pollution, so they go and live in the wilderness, like hunter-gatherers, to see if that improves the daughter's health. Next, I have also from the library, which is why I want to read it at the start of the month, is The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Turton. So I read 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hugo, is that what it's called? No, Evelyn Hardcastle. One of the two Evelyns that were popular around the same time. And this is his second book. I really loved whatever the other book was called. Can't even remember the title, and I'm so excited for this, and the cover is so cool. I think this is about a murder mystery with supernatural elements on a ship. That's all I know really, but I'm very excited for it. Oh, here we are. The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Well, there we are. Now we know the title. Good. Now I've got a book that was in my October TBR and I didn't read because I told myself it would be boring, even though I massively picked it up to all of you guys, so which is The Monk by Matthew Lewis. I spoke about this in my October TBR, but it's basically about a monk who is lured into evil ways, and it's a classic and it's very gothic, and I'm looking forward to it, except I might convince myself it's boring again, so who knows. Next, I have The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. So I've read My Best Friend's Exorcism, and I have Southern Book Club on ebook, so I might not read it because it's on ebook, but I hope I do. It sounds cool, and I've been looking forward to the release of this book, so hopefully that will convince me that I ought to read it. I don't really know what Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is about, but I'm assuming it's about a Southern book club that slays vampires. Wonderful. Next I have Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I've been saying this for ages that I want to read it, and I finally found it on my new library from where I've moved to, and I have it on order, but it's taking its time getting to me, which is fine, you know, they got other stuff to do than get me books. I'm really excited for it. I think this is about it's gothic and set in a big house in Mexico. Sounds great. I know nothing about any of these books, which is, you know, there's one way to go about things. And then the final book that I have on my TBR for November is Bone China by Laura Purcell. So this is my Mr. B's book from October. I was hoping to read it in October, but I just think the way that things are going, like, it's the last 6 days of October and I've got a lot of other books to read, and so I think I'll be reading this one in November, and depending on when my next Mr. B's book arrives, it'll work out. And I think this is to do with sneaky medical experiments and is gothic and scary. So I've got quite a lot of gothic books on this TBR as well. I think what it is in the UK, it's traditional for Christmas to read like ghost stories and spooky stories and things, and so I think that for me, from like October to like Christmas is just spooky book time. I mean, maybe all year's spooky book time for me, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to this TBR, especially The Devil and the Dark Water, just because, like, I've been looking forward to that since I found out it was going to be released. Thank you so much for watching my November TBR. Please let me know what kind of book themes you read in November, like, because a lot of people in October go for the spooky books, and then December people read the Christmas books. What theme is November? Just like gunpowder plot books? I feel like there would be a lot of them, but like, no offence, that's quite a boring month just to read about Guy Fawkes. Anyway, let me know if you plan on reading any of these books or just what you're planning on reading in November. My battery's been flashing at me the whole time I've been filming, so I'm gonna go now. Bye!